Hi, families. I have gotten a great response from a lot of you. Thank you for being so patient and understanding. I know this is a weird time, and so it's hard to really know what's expected and what to do. And so I hope I can give you a little bit of direction with regards to that. There's a lot of legalities in place that prevent us from, certain kinds of assessments and things like that. So I think that the best course of action is to just make sure that your kiddos are taking some time each day to practice their learning. I will be posting videos and assignments and things that they could work on when they go to Google Classroom. I made a video that I put on the Google Classroom. It's loading right now, actually. That kind of shows if Google Classroom can be a little bit confusing. If you get onto the stream, which is what it should, I made it so the kids' computers will always come onto Google Classroom, the first tab that they choose. If you go onto the stream, it's a little overwhelming. It's everything that I post. And so you might, to find it more organized, please go to where it says classwork. In classwork, if you go to the left-hand side, you will see everything in the categories. And if you scroll down on the page, you can find that as well. So there are options for the kids. Prodigy is super fun and it is worthwhile. The questions they ask are great. We don't want our kids to be on computers all day, but it is mixing that with some other math. So, and I'll put this on the Google Classroom too. So if you would like information, please continue to check that. I can't really keep up with both, sending messages out to parents and to the Google Classroom. So please check that for information. The books that I have sent home, the instruction books, we left off, let's take math for example. We left off studying area, and I will talk to the kids. I'll leave a video about area and suggest pages that they can work on. The other alternative to that, if that is not something that your child can do successful, I know many parents are working from home and we can't help our kids out with these kind of things. You're working and just like I am, and it's a tough balance. So if your child cannot successfully independently do that, then the options would be Prodigy, or in the back of their practice books, there are several pages of math fluency where, there's two math books and the practice book is pinkish colored pages. That's how you can tell the difference. It says it on the front as well, but several fluency pages. Any maths that you find, as long as they're practicing math, every child I think is going to respond to this differently, and there are going to be a lot of children that might have holes in their education, and to not really worry about that too much. Obviously, I would love for you to be able to do all the things that I will assign, but I know that that is not realistic. I know some families the conditions are not conducive to having a place to sit down and work. There's many siblings or whatever the case may be. If everyone is working. And so I understand that. And that's where we think about equity and what we can expect from our students. So I will encourage the kids. I will try to communicate as much as I can through Google Classroom. I definitely miss being in a classroom. I'm not a sitter and spending an awful lot of time at the computer. That's okay. We'll figure out how to do this. And I'm learning as we go as well. This is something that was kind of just a big surprise to us and not really what our specialty is. So learning how to adjust to this might take just a little bit of time. So thank you again for your patience. I am here. If there's any questions, don't hesitate to get a hold of me. I've had lots of parents getting a hold of me lately, and I think that's great. I am trying to work on getting some more things up in the Google Classroom and figuring out the best modes to do that. I would love to do some sort of virtual chat at some time, but basically getting the kids into the program and interacting with me, I think gives some buy-in and some interesting things to do. So again, I suppose in summation, I will be posting things each week. Just them really doing anything. My children at home, they work. There's also the Dreamscape, which is a great program. If you've lost your password, I can look that up. We use that for some of our reading time. The One and Only Ivan, which I make videos reading, the kids can read along with me. They could choose their own choice book. They really do love that. I know libraries are, that's kind of a hard situation right now, but if you have books at home. And, I just thought, I'm sure you have your own kind of things going, but if you don't, I just thought I'd share our family schedule. We have a schedule that we've had since this kind of all started, and that might not work for most families. Maybe it will work for yours. Maybe you have something like it. So again, we have a schedule, but also knowing that, right now the sun is shining, and I don't know when it will again today. So we might just ditch the schedule. They should be doing math right now, and we might ditch that and go for a walk now and come back to math later. So I love the flexibility that we have here. So for instance, 7 to 9 in our home is free time. 9 to 10 is morning chores, and that, that you have your teeth brushing, your breakfast that needs to be completed during that time as well. Then 10 to 11, we have math. 11 to 11:30, writing. 11:30 to 12, lunch. 12 to 1 is free time, and we have that as a creative free time, so no technology is allowed. Cooking is a great creative practice. Things like that during your free time could be really fun and beneficial for the kiddos. 1 to 2 is reading, and so you can also, those workbooks I sent home, the performance assessment book is a wonderful opportunity to practice the reading and the writing and restating questions and writing incomplete sentences. And then the reader's notebooks. There are several pages. That's something we don't rely heavily on in class. There are several pages that are not finished at all. It's not your child's fault, I swear. Lots of pages there that they could work on. 2 to 2:45 is research time, and that kind of ties in with writing. The kids are loving that. I sent home a research project just for fun, so they could have something, an animal, but my children have researched plenty of things that they're finding interest in. So Nora researched how chocolate is made and wrote a paper about how chocolate is made. And I encourage the kids to try Google Slides. We've worked on that in class, and this is an opportunity to find out what every button does, go through that program and really explore it, become an expert at Google Slides and make a really cool slide, insert the pictures and play around with it. They have the time. And I would also suggest with things like that, if you're stuck on something like that, YouTube is a wonderful place to look for how-to videos. And I also have to mention that we still have the security blockers on the computers, so your child won't be able to look up illicit materials that they shouldn't. So I'm sorry, so we have research, and then 2:45 to 3:30 is free time of any kind, and then 3:30 to 4:30 is chores. And those areas kind of switch a lot. If it's nice outside and I find myself gardening, the kids will come do that, and we can, there's a lot of wiggle room. And I just think the kids really like having a stability and knowing what happens when. It gives them something to look forward to, that snack time's coming up next, or free choice is coming next. Do the chores and do your work, and I hope that helps. I'm sorry the This is a really long video. I wouldn't want to listen to a 10-minute video. I'm sorry. But I hope this clears up some questions, and please let me know if you have more, and I'm going to do my best. I've been spending a lot of time getting the computers to families and troubleshooting that, so I haven't been able to be updating the classroom as much as I'd like, and doing as much as I like, because there's been a lot of work behind the scenes here. So I hope you all stay well, and I miss those kids so much, and I appreciate all of your support and kind words. This isn't an easy thing, and I've had such a great parent response, so thank you, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.